I liked all the bands that were playing around the city at that time, particularly the rhythm and blues bands. I really, really was a big fan of all those groups. But Jayson Hoover and the Epics were always my favorite. The combination of people in that band was really special. They played well together, they had fine repertoire, and you could always count on a giant crowd the night that Jayson Hoover and the Epics were there.
Hi, I hope you like soul music, because that's what we're presenting today on Let's Go. I'm Jayson Hoover, these are the Epics.
I came to Vancouver in 1964, the end of graduating, and I just came for a visit, just to, to see Vancouver, and never returned home.
I got a phone call from Gunther, and Gunther said, Billy said, I've found these three guys. He said a drummer, lead guitar player, and a bass player, and their names were Dave McPhail on drums, and Jim Harmat on lead guitar, and Bob Kidd on bass. And he says, I've found these three serious musicians, and he said, and they're going to do all right. And he said, we're looking for a keyboard player, and he says, and we're looking for a good singer. So I told him about you, and how would you like to come for an audition? Dave came out, and Dave's a very laid-back guy, and he sort of has a habit of putting his mouth up to his wrist like this, He says, well, Bill, he said, I was talking it over with the guys, and you're not very good, but we think you have some potential, so if you want in the group, you're in. But, he said, you got to practice constantly. He says, we practice every night of the week after school, and he says, and we practice all day Saturday, we practice all day Sunday, and on Friday nights and Saturday nights, we go and listen to other groups. So he says, if you're willing to do that, you're in.
Bob Kidd came up to me and said, Jayson, he was the bass player at 16 years old, working illegally in the Smiling Buddha. He said, I got this band, I'm in this band called the Epics. And we got a singer already, but we'd really like you to come out and sing for us. But I played with Bob every night at the Buddha, and Harmata would fill in for Henry Young at times down there. And so what happened was that they just persuaded me to come to rehearsal. I loved hearing that big band sound, tight and precise. And I said, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Jayson Hoover and the Epics were one of the rhythm and blues bands we played a lot with in the same circuit, though very seldom on the same stage. Jayson Hoover and the Epics always were known for a great feel, very classy kind of band. But the thing I remember most about them is they had a great groove to them. I should say one thing about Bill Gibson, though. Bill Gibson was the only man I've ever seen pick up a Leslie 147 single-handedly and walk up 2 flights of stairs and put it on the stage.
On the local scene, well, the first exposure was to Little Daddy and the Bachelors, getting into a group after that, starting to play, getting into a group, and then going and hearing groups like Howie Vickers and the Viscounts and the Mischiefs. I met Tom a little later on. And Tom was the genius in Vancouver, and he was a good writer. And boy, I'd hate to think of what Tom would be doing right now if he were still with us, because he wrote some great songs. He produced for Earth, Wind and Fire and Diana Ross and the Supremes, and he wrote the song Love Child.
Tom BAIRD, who was I guess, officially the music director. He was a marvelously talented guy. He went on to produce, became a staff writer, arranger, producer at Motown, and which was pretty unusual. He wasn't black, so that was unusual in itself. But he had great success there. He produced Stevie Wonder and wrote some songs. Produced Rare Earth. He produced Diana Ross.